Alternative Health. I'm Valerie Saxon, and today we're going to be talking about something that is truly, truly amazing. And I've had personal experience with it. Like so many things that I bring to you, it's something that I've had personal experience, and if I haven't had personal experience with it, I try it before talking to you about it. If it's a weight loss product, if it's a brain product, whatever it is, if it's a cleanse product, whatever it is, I am going to try it and test it out to see how I feel and what the side effects, in other words, like if you feel kind of pukey when you take it, or if you can't sleep when you take it, or whatever it is, I'm going to try it. Well, I'm going to start out by giving you my personal testimony. So, as most of you know who've been watching me for any amount of time, I have 8 kids, now 12 grandbabies, and number 13 grandbaby on the way. Praise the Lord. They are wonderful and a blessing of the Lord most of the time. Yeah. Anybody that's a parent knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, last year, one of my sons who has some rental properties, he pulls the let's spend time together card on me. And if you're a parent, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He says, hey mom, I've got, one of my houses and that is, it's already rented, but they want to move in really quick, and I can't get the cleaning people in to clean up after the construction mess. So could you help? Like, would you like to spend time together? That's the key word, time together. He knew that's all he had to do was, pull the time card and he would get me. And he did, right? It's a great little house, and it's in a historic district. And so what they did, this house had never been remodeled, never been redone or anything. And so his guys went in there and, they ripped out insulation and they did new appliances and new cabinets. And they took this little house that was just, looked like an old house, maybe needing to be torn down, and turned it into just the cutest little thing that, looks like something you would see in a magazine. So while they had already done all that, they had not done the cleanup. And so, the whole thing was, Mom, can you come help me do cleanup? So I said, sure. I'm into physical labor. I like doing it. It's good for us, right? I like to sweat. So I did. I went over and we start cleaning, and he's doing the kitchen and polishing the appliances and getting rid of all the construction dust and everything. And I start on one bathroom that basically was never a bathroom. Like, they added this bathroom to the house, just totally, totally adorable. But it's still, it's all dusty, that kind of thing from, all whatever the construction guys do, right? So I'm cleaning it and get done with that. And he's like, hey Mom, can you do that other bathroom while I finish up the kitchen? So I'm like, well, okay, right? So I go in this other bathroom, which was the original only bathroom that was in the house. And seriously, as God is my witness, I think there was like that much insulation and dust and dirt, rusty nails, and it's where the guys had like pulled the stuff down out of the ceiling and it went into the bathtub and they left it. Well, I didn't think about it. I didn't have a mask. Of course, now everybody has masks, but I didn't have a mask at the time. And, I'm thinking, it'll be fine, whatever. So I start getting this stuff out and pulling it out. And I mean, it's mounds of stuff. And it took me about an hour and a half to clean this small bathroom. Mostly what was in this tub that had come out of the ceiling. Because of course they had ripped out that old insulation and put new insulation in. So I do all this and, I'm fine. We get the house clean. It looks really good. He's thrilled because then his renters can move in. The house looks just beautiful. And everything's peachy, right? I mean, we put in some hours. It was late when I got in that night. And about 2 days later, I start with this, this cough. And I couldn't kick it. I just could not kick it. And I couldn't understand it. Like, I'm like, Lord, what in the world is going on? You know, I didn't have a fever, nothing else. I didn't have any other symptoms, just this weird cough. But it was the kind of cough that like I couldn't stop. In other words, like when I went to cough, I just had to go ahead and cough. Well, this went on for quite a while, for a couple weeks. So I finally went, okay, I'm going to go to the doctor and find out, you know, what's happening here. Because I was doing my vitamin C. I was doing my DMG. I was doing all the stuff for immune and, you know, everything that I could think of. And it just wasn't working. I think I even did some NyQuil or something. I mean, I was doing all the stuff that I could possibly think to do. So I go to the doctor. And they said, well, no, you don't. It's not like in your lungs. You got something going on in your bronchial tubes, you know. It's, you know, looks like, you know, it's inflamed. So I said, well, you know, okay, what do I do? So they gave me something just to try and take the inflammation down. Well, it didn't work. I mean, I took it. I took the whole prescription. I am not into taking drugs if you don't have to take the drugs. But I was really at that point of something has to be done here because I was in total misery. And I had a trip coming up, a business trip for a big meeting in Florida that I really needed to be at my best, right? So I take all the medication, it doesn't work. I fly to Florida and ended up going to a pharmacy there and just going, hey, I still have this thing going on because when I flew, it got worse. So I got something over the counter that the pharmacist recommended. It didn't work. Anyway, long and short of it, this thing goes on for really close to a month where I'm just fighting it and I'll feel better and then it starts again. And it's just back and forth to the point that I was finally just like, God, I just don't get it. Please show me what to do. Please help me here with what to do to get over this thing. So what do? I go to my go-to guy, Spencer. I didn't go to him because he's across the country, but I did my whole quickie email. What do you do for an upper respiratory infection when all the normal stuff and the typical stuff for the immune is not working? What do you do? Do you know what it is? Well, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I'm going to tell you, and we're going to get right into it because this stuff is truly amazing. I know you're going to love it. Stay with me. I'll be right back. NAC is loaded with benefits and 0 side effects. Everyone can take it and reap the amazing benefits of this God-given amino acid. Give it a try. I know you'll love it just like I do. NAC is $34.95, and when you order 2, you'll get a 3rd bottle for free. Mix and match the capsules or the powder and enjoy what NAC can do for you. Give us a call at 800-493-1146 or visit us on the web at valeriesaxon.com. Hey guys, I'm back and we're going to be talking about what I did, what my one word from my one guy, my go-to guy, told me to do, and that was NAC. So what's NAC? N-acetylcysteine. It is an amino acid that is said to be semi-essential. And when I say semi-essential, because your body can actually manufacture it from other nutrients, unless you're in the situation that I was and you needed that extra oomph of NAC. But your body can manufacture it from other nutrients. But it is, so if you're not manufacturing it, then yes, it is essential and you need to be supplementing with it. I can tell you for me, since I took it then, it's on my all the time supplement list because since then I have found out that it has so many other benefits to it that I don't want to stop taking it because then it just makes you feel so good. So what happened when I got my one word, my one supplement from my one guy, right? Or NAC. So I got some right away. Like I'm telling you, like 48 hours, boy, I had it in my hand. And I start taking it and seriously, within a couple of days, That was it. That was all she wrote. That was it. It was gone, completely gone. I had been on over-the-counter medications. I had been on prescription. I was taking everything I knew to take. I mean, I was taking so much vitamin C. I was just going to the bathroom continually. You know, that whole vitamin C to bowel tolerance. Yeah, I was doing everything that I knew to do, and it wasn't working. But good old NAC, N-acetylcysteine, did it. So for me, that was all it took when I finally got to that point, which would have been a whole lot less expensive and a whole lot quicker if I had just like known that myself. But you know, sometimes, you know, the things you know, we kind of miss it sometimes because we're waiting on some magic bullet when it's just like an everyday nutrient that I should have known to take. And, you know, I'd studied it, but, you know, it's been a while. So I needed a refresher course and I got it. And that's what I'm going to give you right now is I am going to give you a quickie refresher course. So N-acetylcysteine is everything from helping with chronic lung conditions to improving athletic performance to helping with psychological disorders. Pretty amazing, right? So it really covers, you know, like your brain, your lungs, and your muscles, right? So we can be buff mamas or buff daddies or, you know, wherever you are in that category. So again, it's a semi-essential amino acid because your body can produce it from other things. It's found mostly like if we had the perfect food world, right? So if we could actually get our nutrients these days from our food, like maybe like if it was 50 years ago or so, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it comes from things like turkey, yogurt, chicken, cheese, eggs, sunflower seeds, legumes, all kinds of good beans, right? Or you can get it in supplement form. Since my personal experience with NAC, with N-acetylcysteine, we have started carrying it in powder form as well as capsule form. Some people like doing powders because they can kind of throw everything in their smoothie, mix it up, and you know, and it just covers a multitude of bad taste. I'm all about the organic apple juice, and it, you know, I put everything in there and it covers up all the bad taste. Or, you know, this doesn't really taste bad. I mean, I've just like stuck it on my tongue direct, and it doesn't really have a taste to me. That's just me personally, but I'll take just about anything if I know it's good for me. But we have it in capsules as well. So it's really amazing stuff, and I know you're gonna love it. So anyway, everything from the brain to the lungs, the bronchial tubes, as well as the muscles. It helps with brain health, fertility, respiratory conditions. So saying all that to say, I mean, like, I'm just getting kind of into it. I'm going to give you the top 9 benefits of NAC, N-acetylcysteine. Number 1 is that it is a powerful antioxidant releaser. I'll put it that way. I know that sounds like a weird mouthful, right? Well, what it does is it causes your body to release glutathione. Now, glutathione is your real detoxifying amino. I mean, glutathione is so important to the human body because we're all coming in contact with toxins these days. I mean, they are everywhere. And the deal is, like, if you don't have enough glutathione or it's not being released in your body, then you're not able to get rid of everything from, you know, the chemicals in our hair dye. Yeah, in case you didn't know, this is not my real color hair. Or the chemicals in the makeup or dry cleaning or deodorant. I don't wear that, so you can't smell me. But whatever, from chemicals, right, to the stuff that's in food that we don't know what it is when we read it. I mean, we're all coming in contact with toxins continually every day of our life, and we need that glutathione to be able to get rid of those toxins. So N-acetylcysteine, NAC, is essential for releasing that glutathione within our body to be able to get rid of those toxins. Now, the thing about glutathione, some of you might be saying, well, why don't I just get some glutathione from the health food store or get some glutathione and do that? Well, here's the deal with glutathione. Glutathione, when you take it orally, is destroyed by stomach acids. Then you're only going to get about 10% absorption. So you can take it orally, you can take it in capsule form, but it's going to be destroyed by stomach acids, all except for about 10% is what the studies show. Now, most alternative doctors that will do other types of IVs, vitamin injections, vitamin IVs, vitamin C IVs, chelation therapy, they will also do glutathione IVs, which is wonderful. If you can get that, you got the time, you got the money, baby, go for it, because that is really, really good stuff, really important for getting rid of the toxins in your body. My go-to guy, Spencer, he makes these glutathione suppositories that we carry that are also amazing, and I do those. I know some of you might be going, oh, a suppository, that's disgusting. Get over it, baby. I mean, it's tiny, tiny, tiny. It's no big deal. But I mean, you wake up the next day and feel like $1,000,000. Seriously. So glutathione, again, I can't say enough about it, but to take it orally just by capsule form, I won't carry it because it's just, it's not gonna be beneficial. But what the NAC does is it causes your body to release the glutathione that you have there and to use it to the fullest extent so that you can detox and get rid of that stuff that shouldn't be there to begin with. Right? You got me? Okay. All right. So let's go to the next one. NAC helps with detoxifying and helping to prevent kidney and liver damage. So totally amazing. It helps prevent side effects of drugs and environmental toxins. So again, if you've got kidney issues, if you've got liver issues, NAC might be just what you need. Now, is it the cure-all? No, I don't think that anything is. I think it's just like the book of James says, that faith without works is dead. You stand on the word, by his stripes you were healed, and you ask the Lord, what should I do? What should I take that will benefit my body? And some of you might be saying, well, if I buy those supplements, it costs money. Well, did you buy a Happy Meal? Or, did you buy the quarter pounder meal? I mean, the way I look at it is you cut money from the things that your taste buds might like and you might be driven to, but you should go for the things that will benefit your body and will bring life to you so that you can do what you're called to do, right? So again, number 2, helps with kidney and liver damage, helps to prevent the side effects of drugs and environmental toxins. Number 3, now this is a big one. I'm sure that none of you have had this. Yeah, it helps with anxiety. Anybody had anxiety out there ever? No? Well, good. Okay, great. But just in case, there's 1 or 2 of you somewhere out there that might have had some issues with anxiety, NAC might be for you. NAC is amazing for improving any type of mental, emotional disorders. It helps to get rid of addictive behavior. And addictive behavior, you might think addictive behavior like with foods, like Little Debbie calls your name at night and you go snack with her and you have this addictive behavior to have Little Debbie. And actually, I met somebody not too long ago and they said they were talking about the Little Debbies and how they had them in the glove compartment, that they had people at church that knew like that they had such an addiction to Little Debbies that people would bring them the Little Debbies at church. I was like, this is horrible. You have other people involved with your addiction. So this helps to get rid of addictive behavior. Now, addictive behavior, it might be with a food. It might be something that you do. It could be OCD. And I know plenty of people like that. So it can come in different ways, in different waves. But if that's you, I want to encourage you, get some NAC because it's going to benefit you in a lot of different ways. It also helps with everything from bipolar to depression. Again, if it has to do with the brain and those emotions, NAC can benefit you. Any types of addiction, and again, not just to food, but alcohol, drugs, NAC is going to help get those brain chemicals straight and stop that addictive behavior. I've already kind of mentioned this, but I want to go into it again, and that is it helps to relieve symptoms of respiratory conditions. Now, again, I'll just tell you, that's, specifically what I was dealing with was the upper respiratory, the bronchial stuff going on, and the meds didn't help. Maybe I had a deficiency in NAC. I don't know. I didn't test myself at the time. But whatever the case was, I'm telling you, it worked for me. It was amazing, and I could just never say enough because, honestly, I feel like the people on the plane last year probably thought, I had tuberculosis or something because I just, like this dry, weird little tickle, cough, stuff going on, and I just could not kick it. But again, like when you suck up some fiberglass, from the insulation that's like 70 years old, that just can't be good for you, right? No, it just can't be good for you. So you need to get rid of it, and NAC did it for me. We're going to take a quick break. I've got lots more info and very little time. So we're taking a quick break, and I'll be right back with more NAC info. Stay with me. NAC is loaded with benefits and 0 side effects. Everyone can take it and reap the amazing benefits of this God-given amino acid. Give it a try. I know you'll love it just like I do. NAC is $34.95, and when you order 2, you'll get a 3rd bottle for free. Mix and match the capsules or the powder and enjoy what NAC can do for you. Give us a call at 800-493-1146 or visit us on the web at valeriesaxon.com. All right, hey guys, we're back. We're going to be talking about more great NAC benefits. Now, one of the great benefits that I just love, because I'm all about brain health and I take all kinds of brain pills, like within a few minutes of waking up, I got my brain pills going, right? All right, so what else does it do? So one of the things that I just absolutely love is that it boosts brain health by boosting glutamate, which is really important in the brain, as well as glutathione, for learning, for increasing your brain function. And this is one of those things that is so beneficial for that. I just love it, to be honest with you. I love it because I want my brain to be healthy. The brain is control central. If the brain's not working, you're going to have all kinds of issues. If the brain chemicals are off, you could even have an upset stomach. You might be going, I don't know what's wrong with my stomach. I don't know what's wrong with my stomach. Or I don't know why I'm not sleeping good. If those brain chemicals are not working right, it can cause all kinds of issues throughout the entire body. So I want to encourage you, make sure you're taking care of your brain, and NAC is one of those things that can do it. So it helps the neurotransmitter glutamate, which again is everything from learning to behavior to memory, and a whole lot more. Now, what else? Next is fertility. Obviously, I had a lot of NAC at some point in my life because I had 8 kids. But people that are deficient in NAC can have issues with having a baby, and that is for men and women. So maybe that's not you, but maybe that's your child or your children or somebody that that is having issues with that. Maybe you should suggest that they try some NAC because it has wonderful benefits for the male and female hormones. We are to be fruitful and multiply, right? Yes. And there's been all kinds of studies on it showing that it absolutely works. What's next? It helps to stabilize blood sugar by decreasing inflammation in the fat cells. So yeah, we want to take care of those fat cells. We're not looking to get rid of the fat cells, but we want to make sure that they're working for us and not against us. So it helps to stabilize blood sugar levels. Well, you don't want your blood sugar levels too high. Obviously, that's a major issue, but you don't want your blood sugar too low either, because then you're ready to pass out. Or, you know, what happens is a lot of times if your blood sugar is too low, then you're like just craving something. And the first thing you end up getting is carbs, because it gives you that quick pick me up. Then it drops you like a lead balloon about 20, 30 minutes later. So NAC helps to keep you stable, and that's what you want. You want to be stable with your blood sugar. You don't want to be too high, you don't want to be too low. You want to make sure that you're stabilized, and NAC really helps with that. Now, we are obviously running out of time, so I'm going to continue quickly. NAC helps to reduce heart disease by reducing oxidative damage to the tissues in your heart. Isn't that exciting? I mean, I just think that's so exciting, so thrilling. It helps dilate the veins and improves blood flow. Again, just one simple nutrient that God originally put in our food to benefit us can do so many different things for the body. And again, by boosting the glutathione levels, it helps to improve the immune system, which your immune system is basically, you know, everything. I mean, you can come in contact with things, but just because you come in contact with it doesn't mean you have to get it. If your immune system is doing what your immune system is designed to do by God. So you want to boost your immune. You want to make sure your blood sugar levels are level, right? Not too high, not too low. You want to make sure your brain is functioning properly. You want to make sure that your lungs are working properly and your bronchial tubes, and you're able to take those deep breaths, right? Yeah, NAC is amazing. There's a lot more info, but we just don't have time. How come there's not enough time to go into all the detail? NAC, for me personally, was totally amazing, and I know it will be for you as well. Give it a try, NAC. We've got it in capsules. We've got it in powder form. I know you're going to love it, just like I have. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'll be back next week on Alternative Health with more great health and healing information for you. Remember, I'm here because you're there, and we all need to be walking in divine health. Many blessings, my friend. We'll see you next time on Alternative Health.
Thanks for watching Alternative Health with Valerie Saxon.